All right, we are recording. Let me go ahead and flip this to. There we go. Let's go ahead and flip that. And now, hello guys. Welcome to another episode of Film Talk. Um,
Long awaited.
yeah. Scott, what the hell we just watched?
We watched what might be called a religious experience. Like it's like Tommy Wiseau meets Alejandro Jodorowsky meets Terrence Malick with no budget.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that felt about right.
I just before we even get into it, I going through the credits, like every other credit is Neil Breen, the writer, director, star of this movie, except it got to lighting and then makeup and hair. Those are two separate credits, and they both just said none next to them. And like, if it wasn't already apparent, there it was for you right in the credits, and it's just like you could have just left those out.
Yeah, you could have. Yeah. But he had to make sure, like, yeah, we're gonna make sure that
he's an artist. He had to include every single credit. He couldn't just be like everything by Neil Breen.
My God. So I'm gonna say at it, we're gonna go. We need to make a new scale of like we're gonna have to talk about this. If there's a scale between Tom Wiseau and Neil Breen, which one is the work? Which one is the higher scale?
I do have like a rate. Like when I watch movies and I like keep track of them, I have a rating system. It goes from Kurosawa to Wiseau, and now I have to change it to Breen.
Yeah. Breen got to be on that list.
I mean, I don't even know how to describe this movie. It's Double Down. Neil Breen's Double Down. It came out in either 2005 or 2007, depending on who you ask on the internet.
let me explain this to the audience and to you, Scott. This is the hardest film to get a hold of.
Yeah, it really is.
It's really hard.
When you go on Amazon, it just brings you to like some old Jason Priestley movie.
No, yeah. You gotta go look. Like you gotta go dark ends on the internet. I found it, but
but it's a tough find.
Yeah,
unless you can find like you can buy a DVD, I think, directly from Neil Breen. Like you meet him in a back alley in Las Vegas somewhere.
That's exactly how I watched this. Hey, Neil, can I get this movie? Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Oh, he projected it onto a wall in an alley for me.
Yeah. He just literally told me, I played Jesus first. I said, yeah, whatever. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this whole movie's about Jesus, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's the best person ever. He's a covert op, secret agent, philanthropist.
He can heal cancer.
He's a terrorist. he's got biological implants, which he never uses. Never really come into play. They just show a bunch of like weird little fake surgery things on like his eye and whatnot, and it never comes up again. The first like 30 minutes of this movie is just narration over like him in the mountains.
Okay, so like we do it every show, we talk about our experience, like the experience, right? What we thought about this film, and then we just go on basically a full-on review of this film, basically, and then we try to.
There's no breaking down this movie. Like the plot is incomprehensible.
Yeah, you cannot break it.
It's like 7 plots rolled over on top of each other.
Yeah, it's like he told everybody, like, yeah, I just want to make a film. I'm Jesus, and I just go around doing miracles.
Yeah, I mean, he cures cancer, kind of.
No, he didn't kill cancer. He did not cure.
He thinks he cures cancer, but then he gets a call that she dies, right?
Yeah, she died of cancer. I could have sworn.
It's because he left the magical golden rock in the can of tuna. Dude, if you haven't seen this movie, what we're saying sounds like madness.
Madness. It's all in this film.
Like none of this is made up.
You can tell why we waited a long time to watch this. Like,
yeah, because it's taken us 2 months to get through the whole movie.
Yes, like we
it's an hour and a half.
True. It's an hour and a half. But when I first watched it, I'm not gonna lie, I was sitting there like, well, I'm sorry, I'm just playing with you guys. We literally had some things to do. That's the reason we.
Yeah, yeah.
but but it really, really, in all honesty, even though even with that, I literally think I would need 2 months to process this film because it's like,
Yeah, I just watched it. This is I'll be honest. This is the second time I've watched this. The first time I watched this, I was very drunk with a friend, so I didn't remember all of it. This time, completely sober,
oh,
and
I watched it.
it's
I drunk as hell, and I was the same here. You need to watch drugs on this because it's just funny. It's funny.
yeah,
But when you watch this sober, like,
it's incomprehensible. I'm telling you. Like I have notes on here. It's like 30 minutes in, still no plot. 40 minutes in, don't know what's going on. An hour in, still no plot.
5 minutes. I sent you a DM. I said, "What the hell am I watching?"
Yeah, dude. And like I've seen one other Neil Breen movie. I saw Fateful Findings,
Oh,
or most of Fateful Findings, and like that actually made more sense. And also there were characters in it. Like this, it's pretty much just him. Like every once in a while he'll have like a meeting in a parking lot with like two dudes. But like other than that, it's just him.
can we talk about these meetings? We gotta talk about these
Oh,
meetings.
the meetings that are all shot like tilted up, only looking at the sky as the background so that you can't tell where they are.
Like, hey, you got that crack cocaine? Yeah, I got it. Here you
Yeah.
go.
There's a drug deal in this movie. He's a bioterrorist, so he's buying anthrax. Yeah.
All the
Like
lap-
it's like a manifesto.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. All the laptops do not work.
No, he's just got like a dozen old Dell laptops that never turn on. And those he's got the like direct TV satellites on the back of his trunk that he's always like waving a wrench in front of.
It's like I was at the point I paused. I was like, this can't be true.
Dude, like he's the guy, like he's able to work on such like a small system because he's the guy who invented all of the secret systems that the government uses. He's too smart for them. That's what that one government agent says at them. He's like, we don't even bother tracking him anymore because if we did, he'd just kill us and drop our drones out of the sky.
True, yeah. You want fuck MacGyver? This guy, whoever, what's his name?
It's Aaron Brand. I made sure to write that down.
Is better than MacGyver. Fuck MacGyver. Aaron Brand.
Yeah, he doesn't need tools. He just has broken laptops, and he's just like,
yeah, I know, right? He don't
done.
need. Yeah,
I control everything.
control everything.
And everybody's always talking about how he's the best at everything. He's like, I'm the best super soldier, and he's got his denim vest with all of his medals.
All his medals.
I tried to put that image on my TV as my background, and he was just too pale. You couldn't see it in my camera.
You know what? That shit. I swear to God, I'm gonna try to make that my new. When I do another episode of Is It Rotten or Gamer Grudge, I'm gonna put that in my pack.
I'm gonna see if I can make it my background.
Oh my God.
There we go.
Oh God.
There he is. That's the man we're talking about. He is an American hero. It's insane. Like it really, like the first like half hour and like then the last half hour also feels like a manifesto from this guy Neil Breen, who doesn't really know what he's trying to say, but he's just sort of rambling about like the problems with the government and how he can solve them, usually with bioterrorism. It's like like he's the villain, but we're supposed to be rooting for him.
Yeah,
because they killed his wife in a pool,
which was killed by Nicolas Cage, which is going to be my sequel pitch.
Oh, okay. Don't get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Because I've got an interesting sequel pitch as well.
All right.
Mine is all budget based though.
I'm keeping everything non-budget, like $10,000 under.
Oh, I went lower. I went even lower. But Like,
You're giving him like $100. That's it. Like he just gets 100 more.
no. I have a very specific budget amount that I went with. Because I mean, like, because everything in this movie, it's just like him on his own in the mountains somewhere with stuff that he probably already owned. And then like just interspersed with stock footage and him narrating over it.
Okay, can we talk about how his wife got shot and killed?
Oh yeah, his wife, who is like, she couldn't have been an actress. That was like a Las Vegas prostitute that he
Yeah,
hired.
it was. Had to.
Had to have been. Like,
Yeah, because he was just like, oh.
yeah,
She
and
didn't
like
react to the shot.
yeah, he's just like he cradles her over, and he's like, no.
No.
And then he's lying in the pool next to her.
Next to her, butt ass naked. Like
Yeah, and you see his balls for
yeah, you
about
see
like
balls,
15
what?
seconds.
Yeah. Hey,
Like I turned away from my screen, I look back, I'm like, yep, they're still there.
They're still there. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it's not quite as egregious as the Tommy Wiseau The Room sex scenes that he does twice. But
Oh, that's
it's-
comedy gold.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty
just-
funny
just
too.
Disturbing. Like I don't need to see his balls, but
It's like David Lynchian, man. Like everything is just like it doesn't make sense. It's like interspersed with like terrible editing. It's so weird.
I can't.
And like
believe
his character's
believe-
like Agent 47. He just goes around killing people, getting in disguises. Remember when he kills the wrong people?
That was so funny. Like, damn it, they were the wrong couple.
There's like a 5 to 10 minute sequence where he goes after this couple at like a Las Vegas chapel. He picks them up, brings them to like just the side of a road and feeds them a poisoned strawberry. And the guy dies immediately. But the
Yeah.
girl, she doesn't die for some reason.
No.
But he still like just like drops her off by the dead body of her husband that she didn't want. There's a lot going on in that scene.
Right. Tells them to get out.
Yeah, and then he goes to get the people he was supposed to kill, and they've already killed themselves
Yeah, they committed suicide. Yeah.
because they knew Neil Breen was coming.
Yeah, his narration said it. Like they committed
Mhm.
suicide as he just sat there and shot them, put them in next to each other, and shot them both in the head. They obviously committed suicide.
Yeah, and they were like leaning against each other, just like sitting upright, leaned against each other, dead.
dead. Yeah, they committed suicide. Yeah,
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 yeah.
That headshot is.
There's only like a handful of actual locations in this movie. Like there's the sauna that they go to where the wife dies. There's like a parking lot that he meets those people, the agents in, and then the lady like bumps her cart into his car, and like a piece of gum with a little tracker sticks to his car. and then the agents do the same thing to him with his shoe. They put a piece of gum on his shoe and it has a tracker on it, and he finds it immediately because he's the best. He knows.
I feel like, see, with a film like this, I feel like he shot this in Las Vegas,
Mhm.
and I know he took some shots from other films and bullshit like that.
Oh, it's all stock footage.
Stock footage. Yep, he
Yeah.
used stock footage in this. But
And there's a
one
couple
thing-
shots where like he's clearly like holding a camera in his pocket, like next to him,
he's
and
literally
just like getting
like,
shots on the street.
shots on the street, and he's obviously literally got. I can see like he has a handy cam, and they not paying him no attention, but he just.
And there are
literally-
shots from like the characters are far away, so you can't hear them. But so like, oh, I'm just a tourist filming some people. Definitely not making a Neil Breen
I'm not
movie.
in a movie. You know, Las. You know, you know, good hell well. Las Vegas literally just went down there and said, Neil, we're gonna need some money.
By the way, like maybe I'm just like face blind, but was the guy with the fake goatee the same guy as like his brother or whatever that was at dinner with him? Megan's father, I guess.
I don't know. Okay.
I don't know. Or is that guy an agent? Because he shows up a couple times too.
I'm sorry. I was busy laughing at the fact that he told him at dinner, "Sorry, I'm taking your car. I'm going to leave here for a second." I was just laughing my
Yeah.
ass off as soon as.
And he's also just like talking openly with them about how he's a spy. He's like, no, in movies, this is how spy stuff goes. They climb on buildings and run away from the cops. But in the real life, they just hang out in the mountains with their tuna and they play on computers all day.
I feel the
Oh,
tuna.
dude. Okay, no, the magical golden rock, the little piece of fool's gold that he carries around that he thinks cures cancer, that he gets from a creepy old man. Who is the creepy old man?
Yo,
Is he God?
man. It's Santa. It's Santa.
It's God. I think it's God.
I'm willing to believe it's Santa Claus.
I mean, he looks like Santa. He looks like an emaciated Santa who's been living in the desert for too long.
This is true. I think he. I want to call this a hallucination because,
dude, it's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell too. Yeah, I believe. I believe he just. I'm
sorry.
He
definitely has the rock. That's something he definitely has. He searches for it in all the tuna cans. He finds it. it's he definitely gets the golden rock from somewhere. And we see the old man hand it to him while telling him, "You are the one." It's like trying to be the Matrix and like Jason Bourne and like Osama bin Laden all at the same time. Because he is just straight up a terrorist. He rubs anthrax. He rubs anthrax on some guy's elbow.
Yeah, I know, right? He said, "Oh, sorry." What
the fuck? Yeah, he poisons a river.
He poisoned a river. I mean, and then the scene was like, "We gotta evacuate all the hotels. We gotta evacuate."
Like he poisons people, and then he's like, "We've got to save people. There's poison.
Poison out there. Like, you poison the motherfucker.
You're the guy. You did it.
You did it. You're a terrorist."
Yeah, and like he hallucinates his parents in a lake, and they try and bring him to heaven or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when he's at dinner in the next scene with his family, they mention how they were also at the lake, and he's like, "Did you see my parents?" I mean, no, nobody. What?
What were y'all doing in the lake?
Yeah.
So many questions.
It's funny that this and The Room both have a cancer subplot. At least this one resolves it.
Yeah, it did resolve it. All right, you're right. It did resolve
it. The Room definitely does not resolve it. The Room is just like, she was like, definitely have cancer, and that's the end of it.
That's the end of it. She's like, I definitely have breast cancer. I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, this one, he's like, I think I cured cancer. And then later he gets a phone call telling him, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't. She's dead. She's dead.
Yeah. It's very weird. Like, they want us to think like he's the most like awesome and effective person ever, but he also fails a lot. Like he
fails a lot.
He kills the wrong people. He doesn't cure cancer. Is he the one?
No. I really would love to go to a convention and go to Neil Breen and says, do you really think I really want to raise my hand? And I know I'm probably gonna get ignored or something. He's just gonna ignore my question and be like, and double down, do you think you're the hero?
He definitely thinks he's the hero. Like that's definitely something that's happening in this movie.
Yeah, and then I reply with, I feel like that's bullshit.
No, man, he gets a happy ending. Like he rides off into the sunset with his dead wife and himself as a child.
Oh my god, that's
all those like David Lynchian shots of just like him as a child out in the middle of the desert, just standing there.
Yeah, but no, you're not getting away with this. David Lynch knows better than to do stupid, crazy shit like this.
Oh, I'm not saying it's like good David Lynch. It's it's
cool.
I think that's what he's trying to go for. He's like going for that weird
well, I can see him going
nonsense.
Yeah. At least sometimes if you look deeper and deeper after like, I'm not gonna lie, 15 views, you'll get a David Lynch movie. I probably could watch this film 100 times and I still wonder what the hell's going on.
Yeah, man. Dude, this is a weird, he rents like two fancy cars. He rents like the Ferrari and the Rolls Royce.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Those definitely aren't his cars. He definitely rents them. He doesn't drive them very fast or far.
You notice how careful he was with it too.
Yeah.
He was like, nope.
I don't even think like the Ferrari just disappears. Like suddenly he's back in his Mercedes, his 1980s Mercedes.
I think that's his car.
I think that's definitely his car. I don't know if you noticed this, but on the Ferrari, they had like a custom license plate and they misspelled Ferrari. They spelled it Farrari.
I noticed it. This film, oh my god!
And that's just one of the many license plates that are in this movie because he has a trunk full of them.
Yeah, he do. This film makes me chuckle a lot. I never had to pause a film and just go, just bust out laughing. Like, what?
Yeah, this was like when he gets ambushed by the spies who aren't actually there, and then he dual wields his guns and he's shooting and the blood splattering on his face. I was dying. I had to pause that at that point.
I'm sorry, I was dying when he put on that damn vest.
Yeah, I mean that's a classic moment.
Yeah.
That's like a great like film moment.
What the vest? Like, oh yeah, you see my
And
medals? Like,
and then later when he's like breaking down and he does his like I'm an American
American, damn it.
speech. I love this country.
You just poisoned it.
Exactly. He just unleashed anthrax.
I feel like that's what we need to end on. He's an American, damn it. He loves his
I'm an
country.
American.
He's an
Yeah, but then
American,
like,
damn it.
like after that, he finds out that he's being tracked. Like he removes two trackers from himself that were planted there by the government. There's the one that's in his arm that he cuts out, and then there's the one that's on his shoe that was planted there with just some fucking gum.
And that was just some plain gum, though.
Yeah, they just stuck a piece of gum on a curb and hoped that he stepped on it.
Yeah, like, do you know the timing of like, what if grandma just stepped on that gum? Like, oh yeah, we're gonna get him. Grandma's dead.
What if anybody stepped on that gum?
Yeah.
On that gum, like it was like he cuts his arm with the knife. He cuts it on his own, and then he also cuts his arm later on like a ram skull. He falls down on a cliff, and he cuts his arm, and then his ghost wife comes and heals him. Was that real? Did I imagine that?
You did not imagine that. I saw that same scene. I also paused at that scene just to laugh and say, "What the fuck?"
Remember when he does the conference call with he has the three flip phones open, and he's doing a conference call with like the three heads of state.
Man, this would be so much funnier if we had like Zach in here because he would have been just like, "I'm done."
Dude, like we haven't even touched on like his body bag full of bones. It's I don't even know, man. There's what was he trying to do in this movie? Who was he against? Him versus who? Was it him versus himself?
Once
Is it
again,
like
these are questions I want to ask Neil Breen.
because there are like several scenes where he's like clearly angry at himself and he like looks at his reflection and he's like, what are you looking at? Like, is he the villain? Like, is it like a character piece where it's just like he's trying to better himself, he knows he's a terrorist, but by the end he's a good guy?
Or is it a double, or is it a split personality type of thing?
No, I don't think so. I think that's more Fateful Finding.
We'll eventually have to do Fateful Finding because that's easier to find.
Yeah, we got to take a break on these crazy, terrible filmmakers. Though, for the last movie we did was The Room,
which wasn't bad compared to.
I love The Room. I love The Room. I can watch The Room over and over again.
I can't watch this over and over again.
No, this is tough. Yeah, this is a tough.
Really
one.
tough. Like,
yeah. That's why Neil Breen has so many more movies than Tommy Wiseau, because Tommy Wiseau's movies you can rewatch. Neil Breen's you're like one. We'll get to the next one in a couple years.
Yeah, probably 2025. We'll probably do Fateful Finding.
Yeah, right. Dude, like this, Help Me, written in blood every time he wakes up on the ground near the car. Like he always falls asleep shirtless in his car, and then he wakes up with his tank top on next to Help Me written in blood.
Or he woke up with the grandpa. It goes back to the grandpa scene with the
Yeah,
old
you
man.
said the grandpa's not even real.
Look, I'm saying the grandpa's not even real. I'm telling you, I don't know. I said it's Santa, which is Well, I really want to get to the sequel because this is
I'm
gonna be.
telling you, man, dude, there's some religious stuff going on in here. I don't understand it, but it's happening.
Oh no, no, no! That's in the sequel film, which is
No, there, it's in this one too. He definitely has some like religious bends in this, but like I don't know what kind.
I
There's
really
there's
believe
some
that.
spiritual stuff because they say like you are the spirit or like we don't need the spirit. Uh, I'm pretty sure that old man is supposed to be God. I'm not positive, but if he's Jesus, I feel like
He
that's
do
God,
believe
right?
he's Jesus. I think he do believe this crap.
You
I think,
never do see his father. You see his mom, I think.
yeah.
She's in that dinner scene. I don't know.
I don't know. All right, so yeah, we obviously think this film sucks.
I'm not even sure, man. Like you asked me about Tenet last time, and I feel the same way. I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
incomprehensible, but like there's something there.
Well, Vince, I think we could probably talk do Tenant probably in the future because
Yeah, we'll do Tenet at some point. Yeah,
yeah, now
because
that they
that's a
got a
movie I want to
DVD,
rewatch and like understand.
yeah, yeah, this one is kind of like yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and give our sequel pitches. Scott, you want to go first?
Okay. Um, I had a couple ideas. I want to start with my titles. Like I at first I was throwing out stuff like two double, triple down, like double down, eight, triple down, and like just a simple like brand because that's his last name. But I ultimately settled on Fast and the Furious presents Double Down Part Two, Triple Down dash the Return of Aaron Brand. And keeping in the spirit of this film, I'm going to keep to a budget of $2,184, which, if you've seen the movie Bowfinger, every movie, when it comes down to it, costs $2,184. So I'm only using things that I own, and I'm buying a couple other things. Like I'm going to rent a car. I'm gonna get you got to pay some sex workers to fill out the female roles. Yeah, I'm gonna get uh, a special effects budget of $150. I'm gonna go to somebody on like Fiverr, get them to do it. You got $130 for 120 cans of tuna. You got to buy some airsoft guns, it's like $75. Some red food coloring for blood, $50. Some old satellites and antennas that I found on Craigslist for $25. Some black spray paint and old flip phones that I found on eBay for $9, and a couple diodes for trackers because this is a spy movie. So it's going to be Aaron. He returns from the dead thanks to the magic rock because I think at the end of this movie he kills himself. it's kind of left open to interpretation, but he's dead. So he comes back to life. He still has the magic rock. The government has sent the family, the Fast and the Furious family, after him, but they're not even fast enough to keep up with Neil Breen, so they're never seen on screen. Now, his wife, who is going to be played by a different sex worker this time, because I doubt we'll be able to get the other one back, she's still haunting him, and the government obviously wants his magic rock. So in order to bypass this, Aaron eradicates the government with a special bioagent that he created in the afterlife. And he brought this bioagent, which accidentally creates vampires. So now, so now it's a world of vampires, and it's kind of like a Snyder-esque nightmare world full of vampire demon people. So he escapes to the mountains of the Poconos. Now, once he's in the mountains, the Poconos by himself, there's no real vampires around. But finally, out of nowhere, Tommy Wiseau, who's a vampire from my The Room movie, he
Damn it!
comes in.
I knew this was coming.
He comes in and he bites Aaron. And they have a long conversation a la The Dark Tower, The Gunslinger, the first Dark Tower book. They just have a long conversation about what's going to happen to Neil Breen and why he's the best person and how Tommy Wiseau is involved. He falls asleep, wakes up 10 years later. Tommy Wiseau is dead. He's bones next to him. And the rest of the series is just The Dark Tower. So I'm doing a less than $2,500 Dark Tower budget movie.
All right,
Crosses over with the Fast and the Furious.
okay, all right, all right. Damn, I don't know how I'm gonna top that weird pitch, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean, how do I even do it? I was just gonna pitch like a Hodorowski movie originally, but I was like, fuck it, let's just go out.
Oh, I'm going all out too. So, look, one thing I want to do is I want star power in this, and I understand that this is going to be if you're going to go
So
weird,
you're going the opposite. You're
I'm
going
going
big budget.
opposite. I want star power. I want to make
I
this
get that.
the worst film with star power. So if I want I'm going to assemble the worst assimilation of director, the worst assimilation of the worst case scenario, and this is going to be fun and it's going to be terrible. So get ready. So first thing first, I need action. I need complete action. This is what missing from this.
It's
film.
a Neil Breen movie.
Yeah, but I want action. I want more action. So I'm going to find a way to coerce Michael Bay to be a producer of this damn film.
Can I give you a note? Look, I love Michael Bay, but I think you should go for Simon West, who is like the discount Michael Bay from the 90s, Con Air.
I understand. I like your
Michael Bay is going to make this movie look too good.
Yeah, you're right. Damn it. Yeah, I want to make it terrible. Yeah, Simon West. Yeah, we're gonna. But the reason why I want to get Michael Bay is because he's going to get all the women in here, and it's going to be sexified. So that's the point. But then
Simon West can do that too. I feel like, right? I don't know.
Okay,
this is your pitch, Michael Bay.
Yeah, I want to put Michael Bay in there. Michael Bay. I'm going to put Michael Bay as executive producer in this. So that means I get star power. So that means I'm going
Spielberg
to get
behind you.
I'm gonna get Neil Breen money, and I'm gonna get Neil Breen to be, come back to play Aaron. He's gonna direct, he's gonna write, and in this film, I want to bring back the character that looked like Nicolas Cage to be played by Nicolas Cage. So now we're gonna get the film called Double Down Sandwich 2. Aaron's Revenge. Notice that I called it sandwich and not double down. I went double down sandwich too. Actually,
I noticed.
I'm sorry, scratch that. KFC presents Double Down 2, Aaron's Revenge. So Aaron's gonna get his revenge against the guy who looked like Nicolas Cage, who's going to be played by Nicolas Cage. So I sort of want a crazy situation where he's going in there, he's gonna fight him, he's gonna find a way to kill this guy. So then, like I said, in that executive producer, I'm gonna get another executive producer because I want his background from another film. I'm gonna get John Woo because I want Face Off in this shit. Face Off. So
I was hoping that was coming.
So then we get Nicolas Cage taking Neil Breen switching faces, and then they're gonna see each other's life. Like Neil Breen's gonna I hate this life. Like Nicolas Cage is acting like Neil Breen. That will be. I think we'll get
Nick Cage is like, I'm an American.
I'm an American, damn it. I'm an American, damn it. So I want this. And then Neil Breen is just acting like Nicolas Cage, which would be terrible. It's going to be terrible acting, but it's going to be funny as hell. So then we're...
Wait, is he Nicolas Cage, or is he a character that Nicolas Cage is playing?
You know what? Fuck it. Just let Nicolas Cage play himself, because Nicolas Cage need to play himself, damn it.
I'm into that because now we have Neil Breen or we have Nicolas Cage as Neil Breen pretending to be in like a Nicolas Cage movie.
Right. So Neil Breen goes to see. So the Neil Breen, played by Nicolas Cage, will be going to that, which will be Nicolas Cage being Neil Breen, will go to see Tommy Wiseau in that bank scene in my film, and literally will sit up there and just come up there, just wanting to get a deposit, trying to case the place to steal something. And he goes in there, he just sweating, doing his cageism, and like and then he just Tommy Wiseau said, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, hi. You want to open a new bank account? Get the fuck out of my face."
He's a banker.
Yeah, he's a banker of mine.
Oh yeah,
So,
he was a banker in the
he was
room.
a
Holy
banker.
crap.
So he goes up in there. He just like and just he asks him like, "How's your sex life?" Get the fuck away from me, dude. Okay, this guy's an asshole. Walks away. I just breathe for time was up. Um, and then I want to give away the ending because I feel like that should be left to Neil Breen. It's gonna be weird. Like it's gonna end up them being they both gonna get killed in the end. They're gonna get shot. Both of them die, and Neil Breen sees his fiance and a kid that he probably thought a kid that he
Himself.
possibly consummated in that situation.
Oh, their kid. Okay. It's not
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not himself as a child like in
Nah,
this
it's his
movie.
kids. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
There we
Ghost
go.
kids.
What is that?
They have ghost children.
Yeah, they have
together.
ghost children.
All right. I'm into it. I gotta say, you could also work in the Fast and the Furious franchise into this.
No, I know I could, but it would
Also,
work.
I
But
love that we're like creating our own little mini universes in these movies. 'Cause both of us decided to connect it to our previous sequel.
yeah, yes. I really wanted to connect it to the pre-sequel because I really wanted to go like, man, I need Face Off. What would work? And then I thought Nicolas Cage, Face Off.
I would have liked to have included my Venom pitch somehow, but I couldn't figure it out
Yeah.
or remember it honestly.
Really, I couldn't remember that. I remember all the other pitches.
Yeah.
I know in my movie, he's literally going to do the face off. I want to take his face.
Yeah. I know in mine, Denny, the vampire hunter, will eventually show up. Yeah, and he'll team up with Neil Breen.
Will he be high?
Of course, he'll be fucking doped out of his mind. It's exactly like the Dark Tower. Holy crap! in the Dark Tower, he picks up a fucking dope fiend.
Oh my god, Neil Breen's gonna come.
And there's a kid there. It's Neil Breen as a child though. that's who Jake is.
You do know he's making another film where he actually has a twin brother.
Who, Neil Breen?
Yes, he's making a new film.
Awesome.
I need to wait 5 years before I watch that film.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get to there eventually.
Yeah. That's gonna be something that I want.
First Tenet, then Neil Breen.
Neil Breen 5 years later. Yeah.
Well, I mean, depending on how we view Tenet, it may be like some sort of pincer move, temporal pincer, where we just end up watching it like next year. Who knows?
Next year,
I don't know what was going on in that movie.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on in Tenet either. I was like, huh? Okay. Yeah, that's Nolan. All right. So I picked the last time, Scott. What is your pick?
Ooh. I was thinking, because I mean, this is a movie that recently came out. Feel free to veto this because it's not a short movie. Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I don't mind veto. Yeah, we can do that one.
It's a 4-hour movie.
League, but I don't mind doing that one. Now, actually,
we did the old Justice League, right?
Yeah, we did the old Justice League.
Or no, we did BVS.
Yeah. No,
yeah,
we did
Batman
vs Superman. We never did.
Justice so this would be the follow up to that.
This is actually pretty good. Yeah, let's see if they fix Justice League to the way.
Yeah, let's see if we can fix the fixed Justice League.
I don't know if we can do that.
I think you can cut out an hour of that movie. I liked it. I think you could cut an hour out of it and make it a workable movie.
Yeah.
There's one too many scenes of Steppenwolf talking to Desaad.
He's just like, can you shut up already, damn it? We get it.
Desaad.
I
have to tell you, I'm still doing the same thing I was doing 20 minutes ago.
Oh my god. Desaad, I just want to make sure that you got that apple that I sent you. Okay, we got it. All right. Yeah. Everybody move around. I'm going to pee.
Yeah, I mean, if that one's too long, I can pick another movie. There's some other movies that we can go.
No, we can do it. I watched it. But if you don't feel like you want to do it, that's a different story.
Let me take a quick glance at my list of movies to pick from. I got the Dark Tower on this list. That's funny.
Can I find
The Dark Tower, can you find that anywhere? I doubt it.
that?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do the Snyder cut.
All right, cool. I can do Snyder Cut. All right,
Yeah.
guys. Next episode, we are doing the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Justice League. The
The
real
black and white
Justice-
version.
Yes, the real
No, you
version.
can watch whichever version you want.
Yeah, we're watching
same
the
movie.
actual version where
Yeah, I'm gonna watch a widescreen version where they cut off the tops of everybody's heads.
I want to watch the version where Superman goes to jail.
That's how the movie ends.
That's how the movie should end. But
The bar is closed and he's like,
it doesn't, because he died for everybody's fucking sins for some reason. Son of a bitch. Anyway, Scott, what you got to pull up, man?
nothing. I mean, we got our other show that we're on, Is It Rotten? And you can find me on Twitter at Jubaka Defense.
All right. Yeah, you can go find me at Tampa Buffet 88. I know I don't have my usual hat. I lost it. I'm gonna look for it in here. Sorry about that. Those of you that literally hating on my hat, but oh well. Sorry. Make sure you go watch our shows on our channel. GF1 Podcast, GF1 Sports, Gamer Grudge. Make sure you go watch that episode. I'm spiffing it up a lot. I am. During my off time, I've been trying to make this episode literally a preview for seasons to come. So get ready. We're upgrading everything on the episode. Everything will be upgraded. Well, except for probably some things, but you'll see upgrades. It's going to look good. So get ready for that. All right. With that said, people, we're going to be off, guys. We'll see you next time with the Snyder Cut of Justice League. Bye, people.